Hey everyone, it's Andy here from Saving to Invest, and today I'm just going to talk about some trending refund tax topic codes. I've seen these in previous videos, my Facebook and Reddit forums, and so I thought I'd touch upon three of them that are pretty popular at this time of the year. So one is 152, which is related to refund processing. Many folks are seeing this as part of their WMR IRS to go, especially ahead of tax refunds being issued later this month. Refund reduction 151 due to an offset. This is one that you really don't want to see, but it is, I'll discuss it, and it's not always something to worry about. It should just be part of a review process. And 846 is the one that you really want to see on your tax transcript, which means your refund has been issued. So I'll touch on some of these and some of the things you can do if you see these codes and what it means to you. As always, if you like what you see here, please hit the like button and keep subscribing to get future videos around these topics and personal finance related items. So just to be clear, what are tax codes and tax topics? They basically just are a collection of tax laws that have been codified, like the Internal Revenue Code that the IRS uses to organize different procedures and different processes around taxes. And they're really codified in a lot of the systems as well. But they're based on general individual and business tax return information. Sometimes they're easy to understand, sometimes they're complicated, but it does create a lot of confusion. And so the codes I touched upon and that I'll cover in this video, tend to be the more popular ones, but there is, literally hundreds of different codes. And a lot of these codes you'll see in WMR, Where's My Refund, IRS to Go, and on your tax transcripts ultimately. And so the purpose of these codes really is to provide you more insights into why the tax return is processing, why a refund is delayed, which offsets have been applied, or some other tax related issue. And the key thing to note is they change. So it's not like you'll see a code now, and because as the processing changes, different codes get applied. So they'll change. You'll see the final outcome in your transcript, but if you're looking in WMR or IRS to go, realize that these codes can change. And as always, if you want to get the full list of codes, go to the IRS site, and it has a page you can search for irs.gov and slash tax topics, and you'll see a whole bunch of codes. I'll warn you that it's still not always obvious when you read these what it means, so do Google it, but the official source is IRS, which I've drawn some of this information from as well. So I'll touch on tax code 152, which a lot of folks are seeing when they go into their WMR, Where's My Refund, or IRS to Go app. It has a link there and says refund information. Unfortunately, this doesn't really tell you much. And all 152 is, it just means that your refund is in normal IRS processing. There's nothing to worry about. There's not much you can do. If you submitted your return, you need to wait at least 21 days before calling the IRS. But all topic 152 means is that the IRS has received your refund and it's processing, and you need to keep checking the refund status tool to make sure that it's being processed. It doesn't mean you made a mistake or there's a deduction applied. It's just purely that your refund is processing. So it's just more informational. And you can even click on the link there, and you can go to the IRS page, and you'll see here the 152. Again, all it does is just says standard information about your refund timings. It does pretty clear there. IRS should only research it if it's been more than 21 days since you e-filed or 6 weeks since you sent a paper return, and it'll direct you to go use the Where's My Refund tool, right? And like I've covered in some other videos, there are reasons why this message may be there for a while, because if there's, refund isn't correct, or there's an issue with someone else claiming your dependence, or the IRS finds that your employer information doesn't match the information you've submitted, it gets stuck in this processing loop, which doesn't always mean you have an audit. It could just mean they need to verify. They may ask you for some more documentation. But 152 just really means that it is processing, and that it's nothing to do. Now, topic two, number 203 means reduced refund, which I'll touch on later on. But topic 152 is really just about the fact that your refund is processed. And you can scroll down the page and you'll see, more information from the IRS about refund processing, how it's paid, what happens if it's split, all that kind of stuff. So you can always go to the IRS page and have a look at this 152, but it really is nothing much to worry about. Now, the tax code 151 and 203, this is really related to a refund reduction. And again, it happens in stages. So 151, it basically, if you see tax code 151 on your transcript or WMR, it really means that your return is under review by the IRS, and they have to work with other agencies like the Bureau of Fiscal Service. that you likely are getting a tax offset, which means that you owe money to the federal government, you have some debts, you owe past due in child support. If you're married or have an ex, then sometimes if they owe debts, you get hit by it. So then you got to file a certain form to tell the IRS that you should not be offset for what your spouse owes. So there's a process here, and you can see the links here, and you can go to the Bureau of Fiscal Service for the tax refund offset. But what one tax topic code 151 is this, that it'll be there. You'll get a notice with the actual offset and adjustments to your tax return and how to appeal it. The IRS cannot help you with the offset. That actually happens through the Bureau of Fiscal Service, which is also under the Treasury, like the IRS. But it will delay you getting your refund, and it does mean that you need to realize that your return will take longer. So that's why it's not good news. And you can definitely appeal it if you feel it's incorrect, and there's a whole process for that, and a lot of people are successful on appeal. But when it's all done, you'll see tax code 203 on your transcript, which is that the collection of this offset. So the amount's been determined. The BFS will send the Treasury, the IRS, the notification of what should be reduced, and then you'll see that called tax topic 203. Will show up eventually on your transcript. So 151 and 203, these are the codes you probably don't want to see. But again, there is a process if this happens so that why your refund has been offset or why it's taking longer to process. Again, I'm just showing here what you'll see in the IRS page. So it talks about the same stuff, past due child support, state income tax obligations you have to pay, unemployment compensation overpayment. So again, it talks about the procedure. I definitely go and check out this page if you want to see more on it. And really is about the offsets, which are managed by the Bureau of Fiscal Service, and the IRS just processes that deduction to your refunds. But this does delay refund payments as well, from what I've seen in the last few years. And then again, like I said, 151 is just really about the notice from the IRS to say you can appeal the offset, and you can actually have a process for that. And so if you do feel it's incorrect, especially if you have an injured spouse, definitely appeal it and don't hesitate. And this documentation is, it may seem like a lot, but it actually is relatively straightforward. Again, make sure you follow the official procedures. Don't just respond to spam emails or calls, because there is a lot of fraud around this stuff. So make sure you review things carefully. Again, an offset is not something that is a penalty. It's something that is unpaid taxes, unpaid child support, and federal student loans have gone to default. And I recommend you check out the BFS website, and you can see all the different types of offsets. And it is something that will be reduced from your refund. So if you're expecting a refund, this is probably the number one reason, other than fixing your stimulus payments or advanced child credit offsets. But this is probably the most common reasons why you will probably potentially see an offset, which will reduce your tax refund. So I wanted to end on a good code, which is IRS code 846. So this is what you will see on your transcript, which really means your refund is issued. So once everything is done, and this can happen, any time in the year. So if your refund is delayed by several weeks, it can, sometimes take till later on in the year. But when you see 846 and your WMI at that point should have said refund send, and hopefully you've seen the deposit in your bank account. But 846 is the one you want to see in your transcript. It could be future dated sometimes if the IRS is going to pay it, but it's a great one. That's a code you want to see on your transcript, that it does provide stuff over there, right? And there's, like you can see on the screen, there's a bunch of other codes that you can have there. 810 is refund freeze. There's different codes related to different credits, like the earned income credit or the additional child being assessed. So there's a whole bunch of codes, and these are really system codes that are codified according to the IRS tax law. But the good thing is the codes can tell you information, and as you'll see here, 151, 152, 846 are probably the more common ones around this time of the year. But 846 is one you should start doing your happy dance, because it is a good code to have on your transcript. As you can see here as well, it normally will come in stages. So you'll probably have 766, then you'll go to 846 when the refund is fully issued. So it again, like every code, it is a build-up. It's one code does not mean that another code doesn't happen. It actually is a series of codes that eventually gets you to 846, which means your refund is issued. So anyway, I hope you found this information useful. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe, leave a comment if you need any more codes. And I'm going to discuss more tax codes. If you want those, please join the members only section of this website, and that can help you get more video specific codes, and I can answer more questions there for my subscribers as well. Thanks. Bye-bye.